205 pounds with a record of 1-1. Doug the Rage Bowling out of Ashland, Ohio, standing 5'8", 205 pounds with a record of 1-1. So both these fighters tonight are coming in with matching records, and it's definitely, you can see the height difference. You know, Doug's he's got a few inches of shortness to him there compared to Phil Burns.
Yeah, I was going to say you got a 5-inch height difference. All right, and we're just about ready. We'll take it up to our ring announcer for our announcement.
Time for our next ICFA bout here at Screamin' Willie's. And thanks to everybody watching tonight on ICFAMMA.com around the world. In the blue corner, fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds. He's 6 feet 1 inches tall. His record, 1 win and 1 loss as an amateur, Phil Bulldog Burns. In the red corner, fighting out of Ashland, Ohio, at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Our fighters tonight evenly matched at 1 win and 1 loss apiece. Doug the Rage Bowling. This fight scheduled for 3 rounds of action. Your ICFA ref tonight, Todd Augusta. Todd.
All right, we're just about ready to go now. Exiting the cameraman, once again, we've got Bulldog Burns taking on the Rage Bowling. Be interesting to see if the height difference plays into this. Certainly Doug the stockier of the 2 fighters.
And like I said, I don't know a whole lot about Doug, but I know his camp, and they're a big group of strong wrestlers, so this should be a good matchup between the 2. Like I said, I've had the opportunity to watch Phil, and he's shown a lot of wrestling ability. Yeah, Phil Burns wearing the black and green camouflage trunks, Doug Bowling wearing the black and camouflage trunks, and Phil Burns wearing the black trunks with white writing.
Both fighters feeling each other out here.
Whoa. Doug just missed a head kick, which you can't do here in the state of Ohio as an amateur. Both of them still just feeling each other out, not wanting to make a mistake. Like I said, this was an alternate fill-in, so that Phil didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare for this, the fight. Phil gets the takedown. Doug pulls guard. Got that arm locked up pretty good. He's got both arms locked up. Working to get the feet and the hips. Phil's working to
he's
get him over into his
those
corner.
arms locked in.
Yeah, Phil moves him over against the cage right into his corner so he can take instruction from his corner. Showing, that's good, good fighter sense, knows where he's at. He's able to get his hands free, start landing some punches, but Doug's doing a good job of getting his feet on the cage and working away. We're halfway through this first round. The referee's going to stand him up. There's no action, so the referee's going to stand him up. Oh, good call by the referee. Here we go. Back to action. Phil throwing out a double right hand. Looks like, once again, Doug throws that kick, not with a lot of power, just kind of throwing it out there. We're at the 1 minute mark, and Phil shoots in, gets him clinched up, but when he did that, he got his head out there, and Doug did a good job and grabbed the hold of it. But Phil takes the full mount position. Now he needs to work to get his head free. Coming up, probably about 30 seconds left in the first round.
Looks like Doug Bowling's got his head in there pretty tight, though.
Yeah, but he's got his arm in there, so Phil's still okay. And they're nice. Doug did a good job of bridging over. Nice. Both these fighters showing some wrestling ability. He doesn't really have that choking anymore now. Phil's working the hooks, try to take some pressure off his neck. Doug's doing a good job of controlling, lands a couple shots to the body.
Just about to the end here of round 1.
And there's the 10-second mark.
Looks like we may be going to a first, second. Oh, there's
Doug
a big
lands a
flurry
big
at the
flurry
end.
of punches. Phil holds on to the single leg, and there's the end of the first round.
Big flurry there at the end by Doug Bowling. There may have been enough, I think, to take the points.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, he did a good job controlling the fight on the ground. He kept Phil tied up in between. Once he was on the ground, he kept him tied up quite well. And once the referee stood it up, not a whole lot of damage or exchange standing up until the last 30 seconds of that fight. Doug was able to get a hold of Phil's head and was working on the choke. You saw a little bit of both their wrestling abilities. Saw Phil try to bridge and get out of it. Saw him roll back and forth a little bit. Here we go to the replay, the last 15 seconds or so, where Doug just starts landing a bunch of flurries of shots while Phil works for that single leg. And right there you hear the bell ring and both fighters stop immediately. And
he took some punishment there at the end of that round.
He sure did, but like I said, I got to say, hey, great ring presence to Phil. In that first round, he was listening to his corner. He heard his corner say, hey, bring him over here to us. So he brought him over to his corner. Wasn't able to do anything, and Doug did a great job of using his feet up against the cage and pushed away. But, so far so good. It's a little bit, all right. And it looks like the referee has just called the fight.
He's called the fight?
It's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
It'll be interesting to see what the.
I don't know what the official word is. I don't know. They're looking at his hand. I think he might have broken his hand, which doesn't surprise me. When you start,
it's got to be those blows there.
Those last few punches when he was throwing the hammer punch. I could see him probably breaking his hand on that. So let's go to the ring and get the official word.
And there you go. There's a bit of confusion going on here before we take it up. And the fighters now talking to each other.
Yeah, I think when the referee came over and said, "Hey, you won," you saw a shock on Phil's face. He's like, "Hey, what happened?" Congratulations to Phil Burns on his victory there. I mean, I'm sure that it's not the way he wanted to win the fight, but you know what? You'll take a win when you get a chance to take a win.
Well, I was going to say several months from now, it's just going to be a number on the first column of your
exactly
of your record. So.
And, I'm sure hopefully everything will work out okay for Doug. We'd love to have him back here in the ICFA once his hand gets healed. All right, we're going to go to our ring announcer.
All right, this fight decided because the doctor stopped the fight. In the blue corner, our winner, Phil Bulldog Burns.
Great job. So it looked like he had you in the guillotine, and did you feel like you were gonna get out of that at all? Obviously you did.
Well, he didn't have the full guard when he had me in guillotine, so I knew he wasn't really getting too much. So I was pretty safe down there.
Oh, so it looked good for you. So what was your strategy coming in?
Just basically come in, do what I know, and take him down, get him beat.
You did a good job. Is there anyone you would like to thank tonight?
I like my entire team, Precision Fighting. God bless you guys. I love you. I want to thank everybody who came in and watched me fight. It's a great time, and gotta thank God. The fight didn't end the way I wanted it to, but I still end up winning. So
great job.